What's going on, everyone? As I was recording this video, I finished up and was getting ready to upload it, and I saw the Lakers made another signing. So I wanted to add this to the beginning of the video, so stay tuned for the actual video. But real quick, the Lakers also added Juan Toscano-Anderson from the Golden State Warriors. Again, nice young player, 29 years old, 6'6", long wingspan, a guy that can guard multiple positions, had some real solid stretches for the Golden State Warriors. But that being said, here is the video. What's going on, everyone? Last season, the Los Angeles Lakers really struggled. I mean, injuries, they were old. There was a lot of issues and a lot of questions about the team last year. Many people say it is the worst season for the Los Angeles Lakers, especially with all the talent that was around them. On paper, they looked like one of the greatest teams ever assembled, but in reality, they were too slow, too old. And when entering this free agency, there were lots of questions of, could the Lakers get younger? What kind of assets could they get? They didn't have much to work with, only veteran minimums, and then the taxpayer mid-level, which is about $6.4 million. And so the Lakers went into free agency and actually went younger. We've already gotten 3 signings. Now, I imagine we'll probably get about 1 or 2 more because they usually like to leave a roster spot open for, the buyout market, things like that. You got Max Christie, who is going to come on. And so with him, we have about 2, maybe 3 more signings that I imagine the Lakers are going to make. Very likely, it's going to be another center and another wing. But diving into the first signing, which was our taxpayer mid-level, Lonnie Walker IV from the San Antonio Spurs. Now, he is fantastic. And talk about young. 23 years old. He averaged just under 13 points a game, just under 3 rebounds and 3 assists. But he's a young guy, 6'4", with a 6'10" wingspan. Can be a defensive player. He had his moments with the San Antonio Spurs. Don't get me wrong. He had moments where he was completely taking over games, where he was putting up and being very productive. And this is a huge sign. At the end of the day, you got a 23-year-old kid who, if he works out and is great, you can sign him for the long term next season when you have all that cap space, when you have all that flexibility, things like that. Getting him on a $6.4 million player option for this first year, I think that is absolutely incredible to go and get a guy of his caliber for $6.4 million. Now, will he translate well? Hopefully, that's the goal, right? He can play both small forward and he can play shooting guard because he has the wingspan to really play both positions. He can be a guy that can knock down the outside shot and really, help this Lakers team who needs to be young. They need guys that can play defense and shoot. They got that in Lonnie Walker Jr. He's going to have the best time ever because he has Westbrook and LeBron James. Whatever happens to Westbrook, still, he can create shots for others. So Lonnie Walker is going to be a guy that's going to have a lot of opportunity to really display himself. And he's a guy that can put the ball on the court and actually, get a bucket, which is always fantastic. Now, for the first signing with our veteran minimum option, we got Damien Jones. Now, the Lakers should have never let him go to begin with, but the reality is we got him back, and we got him back on the veteran minimum. A 6'11", with a 7'4" wingspan. He's still only 27 years old, so he's still young. He's still athletic. A guy that was super effective for the Sacramento Kings. I mean, he was really underrated for the Sacramento Kings, and it was very quiet and sneakily in many ways, but a huge pickup. A guy that could play the 4, play the 5 in certain situations. He is more of a 5 than a 4, but he's a guy that can knock down the outside shot. He fits exactly what the Lakers want to run with that 4-out, 1-in offense. You need a big man that can block shots, shoot the 3. This also allows Anthony Davis to play the 4 and kind of get back to that 2020 NBA championship team where you had the size, you had the athleticism, you had guys that were effective, that could do the little things, rebound, block shots. This is great for them. He's a guy that is young, he's athletic, he can run the floor, he can space the floor. He does a little bit of everything. And I think that this is an absolute huge signing for the Los Angeles Lakers. Again, sticking with that youth. Many people didn't think we'd get him for the veteran minimum. Many people thought that this would be a guy that's on our taxpayer. But I'm glad we were able to get him for the vet minimum. Got him for a 2-year deal. Second year is a player option. But I would imagine if he's effective, he's great, he fits in, he works, then it gives you a lot of opportunity and flexibility, right? Because LeBron and Westbrook, they both fall off the books next season. So the fact that the Lakers got younger, they got some really skilled guys is really helpful. And then our last signing is Troy Brown Jr. And now many people I'm seeing are kind of questioning and going like, that's a questionable signing. We got him for the vet minimum. It is not at all. He's 22 years old. He's 6'6". Again, another guy with a 6'10 wingspan. He's a guy that is a defensive-minded player. Not the greatest shooter in the world, but he can knock down the outside shot. He's just a wing with size, which is what the Lakers need. You just need guys at this point that can come in, play defense, guard multiple positions. He can play the 2, he can play the 3. He's a guy that can guard point guards. He's got the size, he's got the length. If he can just be, league average, that is fine. Because the issue wasn't scoring last year. Yes, we needed some shooting, we needed some floor spacing, things like that, but we were still scoring. We were putting up numbers. We were in the, high 1 teens, stuff like that. Problem is we couldn't stop anybody. And other teams were just getting so much easier shots. If we get a bunch of guys that can play defense and spread the floor and just be good enough to where teams have to contest, where a team has to actually go out and contest the shot, put a hand up. And I think Troy Brown Jr. does that for this Lakers team. It's a flyer. It's a guy that you just need bodies at this point. You just need guys that can play defense. And that's the one thing that Troy Brown is known for. Defensive-minded guy, a guy who can switch, play team defense, everything. And that's very likely what's going to happen here. Now, look at it. You got, especially if Westbrook buys in. I do, however, think Westbrook is gone, especially with the Kyrie thing, but that's for another video. In this video, assuming we're keeping Westbrook, you got guys like, you got Westbrook, you got Troy Brown, you got Lonnie Walker, you got Damien Jones, Anthony Davis. You got guys that can play defense and have the energy and have the athleticism and have the durability to really help this Lakers team. And that's what we need. Westbrook, however you feel about him, he's a guy that is a one-man fast break. And you need those young guys, you need those bigs that can trail him and put themselves in position to get the offensive rebound in case he misses layups, which he's known to do. But beyond that, you need guys that are young enough to be high flyers that can run the court with him so he can, dish out those assists and put guys in position. I think that this is an incredible pickup. I think this is huge for the Lakers. But as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Now, I don't believe that this is it. There's a lot of questions, a lot of things about what's going to happen. Are they getting Kyrie? Are they not getting Kyrie? Like I said, they should be getting about another 2 or 3 guys I would imagine they're going to sign. However, they may very well just leave a spot open for one of the young guys in summer league to stand out, whatever. So I think bare minimum we at least get one more signing, which I would imagine very likely is a backup big and maybe a wing is what we likely need. However, I don't think the Lakers are going to rush. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up a couple days in and we don't get that. I think the Lakers are going to wait and see, can we actually pull off a trade with the Brooklyn Nets? And if so, what are we getting in return? Because even if you don't get the Kevin Durant thing, there's reports and rumors going around about Kevin Durant, even if that doesn't happen, if you're trading Westbrook, you're going to have to take pieces back beyond Westbrook because Westbrook makes more than Kyrie Irving. So very likely you're going to get a Joe Harris and Kyrie, something along those lines. So I imagine that the Lakers are going to want to keep a spot or two. They're probably going to wait to see what happens, what ends up developing with that. But I think they did good. They got size, they have athleticism, they got younger. You still got Max Christie. I do imagine, 1 or 2 of their summer league guys could very likely make the roster and step up. The Lakers are in a better position. I still don't think they're a contender, but you never know. You got to remember, Kendrick Nunn is essentially another acquisition this season. We didn't see him play last season, and he's a guy that people were genuinely excited for and were shocked that the Lakers were able to sign him. This is a guy you got to keep in mind that for the Miami Heat was averaging 15 to 20 a game, was playing both wing spots or both guard spots, could play on the ball, off the ball. The Lakers got youth, they got athleticism, they got everything they need to be competitive. You can't count out LeBron and Anthony Davis as much as people try to. You can't rule them out. They're too good of players. So I do imagine that the Lakers are going to be a lot better next year. I do think they're at least a playoff team, worst case scenario. Are they a contender? I don't know. That's what the comment section is for. So let me know down in the comment section below. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.